SkyFox Universe, Ep.2, Resonance. Welcome to the SkyFox Universe, a neon-lit world, where hidden forces awaken. Under the second moon, take a breath, and let the story unfold. The first thing Evan Hale felt was light, not sunlight, something colder, sharper. It pricked at the edges of his vision, even before he opened his eyes. Like tiny needles of blue-white static flickering behind his eyelids. He inhaled sharply. The cold hit his lungs first, then spread. His eyes flew open. His bedroom ceiling, normally a dull off white, gleamed faintly, as if coated in a thin, iridescent sheen. The shadows in the corners of the room seemed too soft, too blue, too alive. His breath fogged, the air fogged, inside his apartment. In what world is it cold enough to see my breath in here? He whispered, then he remembered. The second moon, the blackout, the pain, the fox-shaped light inside him. The voice found what it had said, and then, nothing, blackness, sleep. His heart thumped hard. He pushed himself upright. The light wasn't coming from the ceiling. It was coming from him, soft blue-white glow traced. Faint, branching lines beneath his skin, barely visible, like the thinnest cracks in porcelain filled with starlight. They pulsed gently at his wrists, along his forearms, and across the veins, near his collarbone. Panic flared. No, not again. His pulse spiked. The glow brightened in response. The objects on his nightstand rattled slightly. An empty cup, a cheap metal pen. His cracked phone. He squeezed his eyes shut and forced a shaky breath. Calm down, he whispered. You're not exploding. Not yet. He opened his eyes. The cracks dimmed, the objects settled, the room fell still. His alarm clock read 11:15 分, then just as it had the night the second moon appeared, it flickered. 5比100出之火呀，100出之火呀。Her, frozen. No way, Evan muttered. He leaned forward and tapped the clock. It stayed frozen. Not broken, just waiting. Like him, a faint hum tickled at the base of his skull, not loud, just present. Like a memory, or a heartbeat. He swallowed hard, rubbing both hands over his face. Okay, he whispered to himself. You're awake. You're alive. You're turning into something. And that something is glowing. Great. Perfect. Totally normal. His hands dropped to his lap. The light flickered under his skin again, this time in delicate spirals up his fingers, and then a shape appeared, a ripple in the air in front of him, faint as heat distortion, taking the outline of pointed ears, a muzzle, a tail made of drifting starlight. The fox, the thing that lived inside him now, or was made from him, or was him, he didn't know. The air shimmered, the fox's eyes white and endless opened, and Evan felt it, a pull, a connection, a voice without words, steady. You are not breaking. You are awakening. Evan stared, breath caught in his throat. SkyFox, he whispered. The name felt right. Natural. As if he'd known it long before hearing it. The fox tilted its head. The room suddenly brightened, pulse of light, and the projection collapsed into tiny particles that dissolved back into Evan's skin. The hum stopped. The clock resumed. Oh. There's three. Evan sagged forward, elbows on his knees. He was shaking. Whatever had awakened inside him wasn't going away. It was spreading, growing, becoming him, and he had no idea how to control it. Seeing our city morning. Something OFF Cloudless always had a neon tint at night. But in the daytime it should have looked normal, except it didn't. The moment Evan stepped outside, he noticed the difference. The morning sunlight had a faint pink-blue shimmer, barely noticeable, like the sky had been dusted with neon powder. The air carried a soft hum beneath the usual city noise, like a low, electrical tone blending into the background. People didn't seem to hear it, but he did, and with every step he took toward Cloudless Central Station, the hum grew stronger, like something was calling him. pulling him. Where? He didn't know what. He was terrified to ask at the corner. Crestline and Harbor, a coffee shop sign flickered once, twice, then surged with a blue spark resembling his own energy. A pedestrian yelped and stepped back. Power grid's been weird since last night, someone muttered. Weird didn't cover it. A street light hummed overhead. Evan's bones hung back, not painful, just present. A reminder. You changed. He walked faster. Scene 3 train platform incident. Extended. Cloudless Central Station was unusually crowded. Screens flashed unstable. Emergency alerts. Citywide energy anomalies reported. Authorities request. Calm second moon. Event under analysis. A group of office workers whispered heatedly. I'm telling you, I saw the sky flicker again at 凌晨3点. No way. That was just lightning. There were no storms. This whole place feels wrong. Evan moved past them, gripping the railing. The hum inside him deepened. Something was familiar. Across the platform, his head snapped up. A girl stood near the vending machines, clutching the strap of her backpack, breathing unsteadily. Her eyes darted at the lights overhead as they flickered, not randomly, but in a rhythm, left to right, right to left, the same wave pattern that had swept through Cloudless the night the second moon appeared. She flinched, dropping her bag. Blue-white sparks flickered over her palms. Evan's chest tightened. She's like me. He stepped toward her, but he wasn't fast enough. Her knees buckled. Energy burst outward from her body, not controlled, not directed, but wild, panicked, instinctive. A shockwave rippled across the platform. Glass displays shattered. Coffee cups flew. Benches slid several inches across the floor. People screamed. Scrambling back, Evan barely kept his footing. His spine tingled. Energy responding to hers. He moved. He pushed through panicked commuters, ducked flying debris, and reached her just as a second surge began tearing through the air. Hey! He shouted. Look, ATME. Her eyes, blue flame under brown irises, snapped to his. For a second, the world narrowed into a tunnel. Between them, a line, a connection, a resonance. Their energies synchronized. The shockwave reversed, pulling inward, settling the debris midair, before lowering everything gently back to the ground. The lights steadied. Her breathing slowed. She collapsed into him and whispered, You heard it too. Seeing Lara's backstory expanded, they moved to a quiet corner behind a vending machine. You're awake, she whispered. Like me? Evan nodded, heart pounding. What's your name? Lara. Lara asked. Her hands trembled slightly as she tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. How long has this been happening to you? Evan asked. Lara swallowed. Since last night. But it wasn't like this. She took a shaky breath. It started with a dream. A forest. A sound like a heartbeat echoing through the trees. Her eyes glossed over, remembering, and then a fox made of light stepped out of the shadows. It touched my chest. It said, I don't know, not words, but it told me to wake up. Evan felt his pulse match hers. Same symbol, he murmured. Same anima. Fox, she echoed. She rubbed her arms. But this morning, something else happened. On the train right here. Her voice softened. I heard a voice. Evan stiffened, a voice like. She shook her head. Not yours. Evan's stomach dropped. Then whose? Lara looked up at him slowly. Someone who woke up before us. A chill spread through Evan's chest. You mean, yes, she whispered. I think. There's someone out there who's already fully awakened. Someone who's connected to the same kind of energy as us. But different. Wrong. Evan's breath caught. His mind replayed that moment during the blackout. They're waking up again. Lara hugged her knees, and he sounded angry. Seeing weak energy shift, expanded. Before Evan could respond, a sudden pressure filled the air, not sound, not temperature, gravity. The weight of the atmosphere thickened, sinking against their skin like invisible water. The hairs on Evan's arms stood on end. Laura gasped, "You feel that too?" She nodded. It was like the world inhaled sharply and held the breath. A faint crackle rolled through the station floor. Crawling up the railings, Evan stood. The hum inside his chest intensified until it vibrated his bones. And then something stepped into the tunnel. At the far end, a faint red-black light shimmered like a heat mirage. Lara's lips parted in horror. "That's him." Evan didn't know how she knew. He didn't know how he knew. But he felt it, too, that presence. Cold, sharp, bold. The opposite of SkyFox's bright, living glow. Evan's instincts screamed. He reached for Laura. She stood quickly. They backed up together. The red glow deepened. And then, footsteps, slow, measured, too quiet for how heavy they felt. Seeing SkyFox emerges, expanded. Evan's pulse spiked. The glow beneath his skin flared and exploded outward. Not in destruction, but in transformation. The Fox projection emerged beside him, fully visible now, half real, half energy. Fur made of shimmering neon particles, tail sweeping arcs of light through the air. People on the platform screamed. The Fox turned its head toward Evan, and this time it spoke not aloud, inside him. "Protect, steady, do not yield." Laura stumbled back in awe. "You can summon it?" Evan swallowed. "I don't know how." Just the Fox growled softly, eyes fixed on the tunnel. The red glow sharpened. A silhouette emerged. Not monstrous, not alien. Human, a boy, maybe 17. Lean build, pale face. Eyes glowing red like embers in a dying fire. He wore ordinary clothes, black hoodie, jeans, yet they flickered with a faint static outline, as if he didn't fully belong in physical space. He stopped a few steps away. He smiled. It was the calmest, most unsettling smile Evan had ever seen. "You two," the boy said, "are late." Scene Chi first conversation with Red Awakener. Deep expanded. Laura pressed closer to Evan. Trembling, Evan stepped in front of her. "Who are you?" he demanded. The boy tilted his head slightly. "Names come later." His voice had an echo, just a trace of double resonance. "You don't remember yours yet." "Not your real one." Evan stiffened. "My real one." The boy tapped his temple. "The moment you awakened, a part of you broke open. And another part remembered. You just haven't accepted it." SkyFox snarled. The boy's eyes slicked down at the projection. "Not fully formed yet," he murmured, still dependent on the host. Evan clenched his fists. "What are you talking about?" The boy stepped closer, and the temperature of the air dropped sharply. "Your Fox," he said. "Your light. Your resonance. It's incomplete. You're only at the surface." Evan swallowed hard. "You have the same thing." The boy smiled thinly. "No. What I have is older, stronger, hungrier." A faint ripple pulsed from the boy's feet, crimson energy veined with black static. The tiles beneath him cracked. He didn't seem to notice or care. "You feel it, don't you?" he said softly. "Inside your bones. The pull. The need to unlock whatever is sealed inside you." Evan wanted to deny it, but he couldn't, because it was true. Every hour since the blackout, something had been tightening inside him, like a lock begging to be opened. The boy took another step. The Fox projection tensed. Laura grabbed Evan's arm. "Don't go near him," she whispered. "His energy is wrong." The boy's eyes glowed brighter. "Incorrect," he said gently, "just different." He raised his hand, slightly, not threatening, not attacking, just revealing red. Black energy spiraled around his fingers, alive, shifting, like smoke that refused to obey gravity. Evan felt his heart drop into his stomach. SkyFox stepped in front of him protectively. The boy's gaze flicked to the fox. You should listen to it, you know. He murmured, your guardian. Your echo. Your other half. It knows you better than you do. What are you here? Evan forced out. What do you want with us? The boy laughed quietly. Want is the wrong question. He leaned forward slightly. What I need is for you to wake up. Lara's voice cracked. We are awake. The boy shook his head. No, not truly. You two are resonant, yes, strongly so. But you're only at the beginning. His lips curled into a small, eerie smirk, and beginnings are fragile. Evan's pulse spiked again. Why did you cause the blackout? He demanded. The boy raised an eyebrow at me. Nah. That was the catalyst. The second moon's pulse activated the grid. I only answered it. Evan stepped forward despite himself, answered it how? The air darkened around the boy's arm, swirls of crimson twisting into runic patterns that flashed like broken neon signs. I resonated first, he said simply. Which means I remember more than you. He paused, then leaned in too close until Evan could see the red glow reflecting in his own pupils. You don't know what's coming, the boy whispered. You don't know what you're carrying, what you're becoming. A pulse of red energy radiated, outward gentle, but heavy. SkyFox braced against it. Evan staggered. Laura nearly fell. The boy straightened, as if testing their endurance. Good, he murmured. You're stabilizing. Better than most. Most. Evan echoed, breathlessly. The boy smiled. There are more of us. Evan's blood ran cold. How many? The boy stepped back into the shadows. His outline flickered. His expression dimmed into something darker. Enough, he whispered, enough to change everything. Crimson static rippled across the floor. Who are you? Evan shouted. The boy's voice echoed faintly as the red glow thickened around him. The second moon didn't choose you, it warned you. Thank you for listening to the SkyFox Universe. But this awakening is only the beginning. If you want to know who the red light stranger truly is, and why the second moon returned after so many years, don't miss the next episode.